so Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. I just got back from a 2.5-hour drive to see The Lighthouse, which was a really intense, creepy, bizarre, mind-boggling time, and it was worth every minute I had to drive to go see that movie. So I will do a full-fledged movie review of that in a few days here on my channel. I can't wait to talk about that movie. It's my kind of movie. And I got home, and I was scrolling through YouTube as I ate my leftover pizza from 3 days ago, and I saw a whole bunch of thumbnails of people looking like they just pooped themselves for trailer reactions for the new trailer, and I figured before I go to bed, I'll talk about this trailer because I have a few things to say. I did already watch the trailer, so what I'm going to do is we can watch the trailer alongside each other because we're friends, or at least I like to think we are. I'm a lonely guy. Please be my friend. So I'll watch it and break it down as we go and give you some quick thoughts. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive into the trailer, and here we go. The Lucasfilm logo. I think I'm like one of the only people who still gets excited when they see that. So there's Rey doing some parkour. I would love if this jungle setting is actually one of the moons of Endor, and it's not going to be, but just in my head, that's where I would like to train if I was a Jedi, you know, alongside the Ewoks, because that just sounds like a good time. This here looks sort of like the Resistance is growing in size, and I would imagine by this point they probably are. Oh, there's Rose, everyone's favorite character. I hope she gets 7 spin-off movies.
People will fight if we leave them.
I'm kidding. Alright, so this is... I want to stop here. This is probably the most intriguing aspect of this entire film to me, is a water planet with the crashed Death Star. Just the scenery and the setting and the whole vibe and what it's all about is the most intriguing thing to me going into this movie. And this planet sort of reminds me of the movie Interstellar, where they go to the water planet and it's nothing but tidal waves. Just reminiscent. So people keep telling her that they know her, feel like they know her. Maybe she's sort of like a symbol for the Resistance at this point. That's my only guess. But who cares, Rey? Your parents were junk traders who sold you off for drinking money. All right. So, by the way, I feel like Kylo Ren was lying in Episode 8 about that, just to kind of get Rey into his grip. I feel like she's much more important, and he was blatantly lying to her, or at least I hope he was, because that's just a really kind of lame origin story. My other hope, real quick, before we move on, is Kylo Ren. Just as far as redeeming his character, stop making him this wishy-washy villain. Just make him a pure villain. Make him the most badass villain. Wrap up this trilogy with a guy who doesn't care. He just wants to see people die for the sake of death and destruction. I don't want any moral compass in this guy. I want him to be pure evil. That's what I want, because there's no redeeming him. He killed his father. He killed Han Solo. I didn't forget. So I just don't feel like there's... Don't try to save him. Just make him a pure villain. I don't need another Darth Vader who comes in at the last second and sort of has that anti-hero vibe. No, I want to see this guy just destroy everything by the end of the movie. That's a lot of ships. That looks like a nice throne. Ship rising out of the water. Holy shit. All right, so it looks... this scene right here is just like... it's like spacecraft vomit. It looks like one of the animators got really carried away with the copy and paste button. I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but it's just like... Whoa. But hey, I sound cynical, and it's only because I'm tired and I'm a little bit hyper. Let's keep going. Chewie always makes me happy whenever I see him. Yeah, a lot of water planet scenes.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look,
I want to stop right now for just one moment. I have a question for you. All right. If you like this scene, let me ask you this. If he was actually looking at Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker, wouldn't this scene feel like it had much more weight and impact and actually make a little bit more sense? I like the line. I like 3PO doing this because he might go sacrifice himself, or this might be the final climax before everyone is supposed to die. I'm not sure, but he's looking at a handful of people that he sort of barely knows. He only had a few adventures with in the previous two films. It's like a nice line, but it doesn't feel right in this context. I just wish it was one of the original characters he was looking at. It would mean more to me. I love the music. Yes, Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher. That's a great touch. Lando. Hey, riding horses in space. I dig it. I don't know what those are. I'm going to call them horses. They look sort of like elephant horses. I'm sure there's some kind of proper name if I got on Wikipedia and looked it up for 47 minutes, but hey, I dig it. So right there, they return to the old throne room from Return of the Jedi, and it's dilapidated. And once again, this is some of the most intriguing things about going into this movie. That's really just what I want to see, the crashed Death Star. Just give me the fan service. You know, there's not much else I feel like as far as the trilogy goes they can give me, because my investment is sort of it dwindled in the previous movie. But yeah, this looks cool. This is the scenery that I'm most intrigued to see going into this movie. No clue what that was. Like, no clue. It looks kind of like a Kylo Ren statue. I'm not sure. Or Darth. Actually, that's Darth Vader. It's like a Darth Vader thing. Yeah, that's definitely Darth Vader's helmet. I'm curious what that's all about. Once again, this is just a quick breakdown. I'm not analyzing every frame of the video. I didn't watch 17 explained videos before doing this. These are just my raw, visceral thoughts from my mouth to your ears. So yeah, that looks cool. I want to know what that's all about. Epic shots, man. The scope is what I want it to be. All right, this right here is going to be the shot that everyone on YouTube makes a big red circle with an arrow pointing to. So it looks like Palpatine, Emperor Palpatine, floating around on like a hovercraft / throne chair, sort of like Thanos did in the Avengers films, where he's just contemplating. And I would assume that he clearly lost he lost use of his lower half after Vader threw him down the ventilation shaft. So now, because he can't walk, he's floating around, and now he's confronting Rey in this scene. So he's like in a mechanical hovercraft floating throne. That's what I'm guessing. That's what it looks like.
The Force will be with you. Always.
You know, no matter the quality of the films, the score always gets me. It always gets me. So yeah, that looks awesome. I mean, it looks fun. It looks like what a Star Wars trailer should look like. My biggest complaints are Episode 8. But besides that, I wish they would have gave us a little more context on the objectives of what the characters are doing. Not all of them. Just give me like a vague idea of what maybe one of the objectives are in this film, because it sort of just looks like, here's some shots, you know, floating around in space. And so I think that would have been helpful to get people a little more excited. And J.J. Abrams is directing the movie. He's always vague in his trailers, and that's fine. But I really feel like they should have given just a little more context to what the objective of this movie was. But I'm looking forward to it. I will be there day one, no matter how cynical I sound. Trust me, I want to see this movie. I hope it's phenomenal, and I will be there the first day in the theater with a big bucket of popcorn and some Sour Patch Kids in my pocket that I snuck in because I'm not paying $4.99 for that shit. And then a nice cold beverage. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this trailer. Leave it in the comments down below. What did you notice? What are you most excited for? It looks fun. It looks like a good time. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. Look out for a review of The Lighthouse and also Zombieland 2 Double Tap, which no one really cares about that movie. Did you notice it came out and no one's talking about it? So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.